One skill is to speak to the observed behavior. Now, there's a reason for the behavior, and we can get into all of that, but what we do, and we make this mistake a lot when we're leading a conversation, we make an assumption based on the behavior and then we interpret. So we say things like, well, they're not very engaged, or they don't care. It's obvious they don't care about the team, or they think they're all that in a bag of chips. So we say all these things, but those are interpretations. What I really help leaders focus on is naming the observed behavior, because that skill stands alone. It also works within the context of this framework that I build. But for example, if someone, while you're having a meeting, if someone's crossed their arms and they're rolling their eyes, you have a couple of choices. Does that have to be a big, long, drawn out meeting, or could it be, Cliff, I noticed that you're crossing your arms. Do you disagree? You can say it right there. I noticed that you crossed your arms. Now, Cliff may say, oh, no, I'm just cold. But by the very nature that you brought it up makes him and you more aware. Then later on, you can circle back and say, I just wanted to check back in. If you had time to think about it, I sensed your resistance and I want to make sure I'm reading into it right. Then you can have a real conversation if he's thought further that I wish I would have spoken up. That caught me off guard. So we're not trying to play gotcha, but what we are doing is saying, I noticed you slammed the phone down. Are you needing a break? I observed that when I asked everybody for their input, I observed that every time Kim spoke, you interrupted. Walk me through what's going on. I'm sensing that there might be problems. In other words, we bring that elephant into the room in a very non-threatening way. I'm not making up a story about it. I don't know if there really is tension, but I'm bringing to your awareness something that I'm looking at so that you can then increase your own awareness. So that's one of the skills that I teach in that process.
I like that. And I was jotting some notes down here. I have a 10-year-old and a 13-year-old, so tension and conflict, they can be a regular part of the routine around the house when we're trying to get things done or clean rooms, do whatever. So I noticed that. Perfect. I'll use that right and say, I know you don't want to do this, or I know you're mad. Go back, tweak that language just a little bit, and I'll report back to you, see if that gets the rooms cleaned any quicker.